Hi guys, it's Sharon, Fitness with Heart. We are online live cooking with heart. Unfortunately, my friend Ed, who was going to join me tonight, we couldn't figure out how to get him on Zoom. But I'm going to go through with this anyway, and here's my thing. I would love to do this together because I think when you cook together, wouldn't it be more fun? I'm here by myself cooking. Wouldn't it be more fun if you were here with me live online and we're doing this together? So you may hear the microwave in the background because I'm starting with the spaghetti squash. We are making spaghetti with spaghetti squash. So that adds extra veggies in our diet, which is extra good for us. Less carbs, not that carbs are bad, we need them. So if anybody's thinking, oh, that's great because carbs are bad, carbs are not bad, but that's something for another day. So as I'm cooking the spaghetti squash, I do it whole, and I'll show you that when I pull it out. And I'm also going to send Ed a picture because he already asked me about that. But we're just going to go ahead and get going. So I have got ground turkey, and it's a Jennie-O extra lean. And because it's extra lean, I'm actually going to put just a little bit of cooking spray in the bottom of my pan so it doesn't stick and make a mess. You know how that goes. So you just stick this right in here. There are 4 servings, so this says in this meat. So we are making 4 servings here. So I want you to be aware of that because servings are everything when it comes to calories and things, right? So we're just gonna stick this on. I'm gonna put it on my bigger burner back there and let that get going and cook while I'm doing a bunch of veggies. So here's the thing, and this is me, and you can have spaghetti with just a meat sauce and whatnot, but for me, I add extra veggies to almost everything because it makes me feel better. So, again, I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. I might need to add more because sometimes the veggies stick as well. We'll get this going, and then I've got all my veggies already cut up in here, and my goodness, let's see. I have got, all right, yeah, I'm weird, so what? Brussels sprouts, love them. I've got mushrooms, I've got onions, I've got orange peppers, and my friend Sherry turned me on to artichoke hearts, which I absolutely love. So I put all this in here, and then I'm just going to saute it up, and honestly, if you have a top for your pan, that would make them cook a little faster. I like them a little crunchy, a little less cooked. Usually that makes them a little bit healthier for us. I'm going to smash this little oil around a little bit more. I don't think I put enough. Now, you don't want to use a lot of oil though, right? Because it adds extra calories. So probably just like a teaspoon or so. And then I just stick them all in there. Boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. I cut the mushrooms up really small because when Woody comes home later, he doesn't like mushrooms, by the way. He hates Brussels sprouts too, but I said, honey, you're going to have to pull those out. I love them. So just get everything all in here and get these cooking away as I am cooking my ground turkey as well. So doing this all together makes this a pretty quick and easy meal. Quite frankly, I love making extra. Now, if you don't like leftovers, you won't want to do this, but especially spaghetti. Don't you think that spaghetti is always much, much better later, this next day, when that nice sauce has had a chance to really sink in? So I've got my spaghetti squash over here. I will be right back. I'm guessing that it's not finished yet, and I'm right. I like to put it in the microwave just for like 5 minutes, and then I check on it and I put it in for another 4. Usually it's 8 to 10 minutes depending on the size of your spaghetti squash. Now, some of you are going to be, ooh, microwaves are bad for you. Okay, cool, I get it. I'm moderation girl. You know, I don't think there's any such thing as bad for you. I think there's better for you, and there's moderation and everything. Anyway, so the microwave, if you don't want to do that, and I have it in there whole because it's really hard to cut those things too. Have you ever tried to cut one of the squashes? So what I do is I stick it in there whole. But if you wanted to bake it, I'm guessing you could probably still stick it in there whole, but what I've seen in most recipes is you cut it in half and you stick it down and you stick it in the oven for about 45 minutes. So it takes a lot more time, and that spaghetti squash will be done before all this is done, and we'll be good to go. So I'm just doing my little ground turkey here. Another thing that I'm going to do, and you can call me crazy again, is Woody and I just moved out to Valley Center, so we are kind of in the boonies now. We're country folk, and at an estate sale, I found a meat grinder. I found chicken on sale for $1.69 at the grocery. No, it's not organic. Organic means you can eat less of it, probably a little bit better for you. But $1.69, I'm going to grind it up. We'll have ground turkey, and it's affordable, and guess what? That's going to be awesome too. Now, spaghetti. So we need spaghetti sauce. I brought 2 different spaghetti sauces. Prego used to be my favorite. This is tomato basil garlic because I'm comparing 2 very similar products. And I've also got Eating Right for Healthy Living. And this is tomato basil as well. So what's the difference with these? Well, there is quite the significant difference. So you really do have to read food labels. In a perfect world, we'll be making our own. But for the sake of this demonstration, we are just making this quick and simple, okay? So, Prego, half-cup serving, you always have to check that, 80 calories. Eating Right, half-cup serving, 50 calories. Gosh, almost half, right? What else do we have in this? Oh, yes, sodium in Prego. And I'm not ditching Prego, by the way. This used to be my favorite. And I looked at a lot of the other ones, Newman's, Ragu, all of that is very, very similar to Prego, by the way. 420 milligrams of sodium in here. Unfortunately, neither one of these say how much potassium. If there's more potassium, then you're okay with the sodium, quite frankly. But if you almost need double the potassium. 310 milligrams here. So a significant difference as well. So Eating Right still winning. This is why I bought it, and this is what I'm using. Sugars, 3 grams. 9 grams of sugar. Oh my gosh. Right? Who needs that much sugar? I think sugar for me, I used to have Crohn's disease, if any of you didn't know that. Sugar is not good, at least for me. It leads to inflammation, just like lack of sleep and stress does. So just something to be aware of is how much sugar we're eating. By the way, if you make your own, like your grandma's favorite recipe, I remember my mom and my grandma adding the spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Well, this is food. This is nutrition. The truth is, you will get used to your new healthy way of eating, and you'll get used to things being not as sweet, and you're gonna love all of the yummy, yummy veggies. So you might have heard the microwave go off. I'm thinking that's done. I'll be right back. This thing's gonna be hot. So let's see what we got. All right, I got my spaghetti squash. Is it done yet? Yes, it is. Anyway, okay, so I'm a goof, whatever. I'm gonna take a big knife, and I guess I'll get a cutting board out. And I'm gonna take a picture of this for Ed, because I promised Ed that I would. And let's hope that I'm not burning the rest of this stuff. I'll turn it down while I'm doing this part, right? Okay, let me stir it up a little bit. Oh, remember that you do want to cook your turkey completely. It should not be raw. I think it's supposed to be like 165 degrees in temperature. If you use a meat thermometer, I'm not that techie. I just do whatever. So I'm taking this picture for Ed. I don't know if I can tell him how squishy it is. I'm squishing it, so you can see how squishy it is. All right, so that's that. Then I'm going to cut this. It's a little hot, so I'm going to use my little thing here. And notice how easy it goes through. Boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. I've got my spaghetti squash. Now, it certainly has the seeds in it. So I'm going to take another picture for Ed to show him the seeds. Ed, there you go. Seeds in my spaghetti squash. But now I'm going to take those seeds out because I don't want them after I stir so I don't burn. I guess I should turn these down, huh? Let's simmer them a little lower. All right, so I'm just going to take a spoon and I'm going to scoop. Let's see, I'll use this bowl. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm just going to scoop this out of there because I don't need those seeds, right? But so let's scoop the seeds out. Little bit hot. I usually have this done before, to be honest, but I wanted you guys to see how I did it. So I'm going to get the seeds out for the most part. Get those puppies out. Sometimes they're a little stringy and hard to get out. Oh, there we go. Did it. So now I've got all this yummy spaghetti squash. For our pasta, hey, by the way, I used to use, and I still do many, many times, it's simply, for my pasta, I use spinach. You gotta love spinach, but I do. So I kind of use that, but I'm gonna put some spinach in here fresh because Sherry taught me that as well. So now I'm gonna dump this out. I'm gonna put my spaghetti squash in my plate. Can you guys see that? Kind of, sort of, maybe not. Let's move this stuff out of the way. All right, so now you simply take your handy dandy fork. It's getting a little cooler now. Oh, no, it's not. Ah! And you just do this. So simple. Boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here's your noodles. You make it look pretty in your little plate. And this is something like, I think it's 35 calories for a cup of this stuff. So gosh, I don't know about the vitamins and nutrients. We'll have to check into that. But a cup of this stuff is really low in calories, high in fiber. Yay, we need that. Got to have some good poop. Yeah, I know we're cooking, but deal. So I put this in here. It's all ready. Now I'm going to tell you, I don't know about you, but I love spaghetti the next day, the leftovers, because then the sauce has soaks in. But I'm going to make this pretty. So actually, since I'm making it pretty, let's do this. And then I am going to do this again, Baroomba Roomba. Oh yeah, this puppy's pretty much done. And then these are getting a little bit crisp. Remember, I've got a lot of different things in here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put everything together. Here goes my ground turkey into my veggies. And on the Meltdown Challenge, what they did is put some basil, oregano, whatever seasonings you want. You know what? I am not, again, I don't measure things. That's just how I do it. You can do it how you want and really follow the recipes. I don't, because I'm Sharon. I don't do that. However, have you ever tried chipotle chili pepper? I think we got this at Smart and Final or something. Oh my gosh. If you like a little spicy, this stuff's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this on. Okay. Mix it up, because I like a little spice in my life. Oh, by the way, you burn more calories. Drink more water. So isn't that wonderful? All the benefits of added spice. Okay. Now, I'm going to take, not the Prego, I'm going to take this Eating Right for Healthy Living. So if you're making your own, you know, use, okay, don't you hate it when these things don't open? Hey, what happened to my opener guy? My mom's been here visiting. I don't think that she would have taken that. Let's hope that I can get this opener. This is going to be embarrassing. So let's see. Yep, good job, Sharon. Aha, strength. I'm going to put some pasta sauce in here, and I'm not going to use the whole thing, quite frankly. I'm going to use about half, because I think that's going to be enough. So remember, the turkey was about, how many calories? 170, I think, and then all the extra veggies and yum, yum, yum. This particular jar of pasta sauce has 6 servings in it, so I probably should have used 3/4 of it, right? Because then we could have figured out the calories. The 170 for a quarter of this. Veggies, I don't know, depending on the veggies and whatnot, probably another. I like to aim high on the what I think that it might be. But we're just going to cook this just a little bit. Let it simmer a tiny bit. I think I'll put a little more. Yeah, I don't even have half in yet. Now, Sherry taught me that she does, I keep talking about Sherry. Ha, Sherry. My neighbor, my friend, she's awesome. She uses pizza sauce because she missed pizza when she started eating a little bit healthier, and she loved the pizza sauce. So, you can use whatever sauce that you want to use, right? I'm just going to let this simmer. And again, if you let this simmer longer, it'll really get into the meat and whatnot, yeah? It looks all pretty. Can you see how pretty it is? Because, you know, I've got a lot of wonderful veggies in it, but I'll show you a better picture in a moment. What also makes it pretty is I'm using the spaghetti squash right now for my spaghetti, but I'm going to add some more veggies, some good iron, and I'm going to use some spinach. So I'm just going to, I don't really like them this big, even though it's baby spinach. I don't know why the heck it's so big half the time. So I just kind of tear it up and put it in here. Makes it even prettier and delicious. And then while this is doing that, I'm just going to put it in here a little bit like so. Mix it in. Let it wilt a little bit. This is how Sherry does it too. Sherry, you must be my hero. I don't know. I make this a lot. It's delicious, delicious. I like quick. I like easy. And really, we're just about done. I got to figure out what, I forgot what Ed's phone number is so I can send him these photos. Ed, oh, I'm not going to say your number out loud, but I got to think to myself. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Ed. Picture 1 so Ed can see that. I'm going to do the second one where I like kind of poke that thing so he could see how mushy it was. And he's going to get that. So fabulous. So look how quick and easy this was. I think that we are at, I don't know how much time. Gosh, 30 minutes tops. Of course, we did have to cut up our veggies, which I did in preparation for this. So now I simply do a little scoop. Now, do you guys see how much this is? So this is actually a lot of food if we were just doing 4 servings of this. So I stick it right in here in the middle, and I honestly probably don't even do a whole 1/4 of that. But we have got a beautiful presentation. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, yes, Sharon, it is. And it's going to be yummy yum. Let me test it. I might actually need a little bit more chipotle, and it's going to be super, super hot. But I'm going to have just a tiny taste to see how that eating right is. Mmm. I love that chipotle. Dang good. Hope you like it. Hope you share what veggies you put in yours, what pasta sauce you used. I guess I shouldn't talk with my mouth open. I hope that next time you are able to join me on Cooking with Heart live online, so it can be way more fun than me cooking by myself. Have a great night. Happy cooking.